That's one thing I learned, is like, I don't know everything. I think I'm clever, but having other people's point of views, they see things I don't see. So it's like, you just said that, like, boy, you got to think about yourself as well. I'm a man that thinks about other people too much, and I forget about me. But what, he could fuck up my recovery, he could fuck up my chance of getting back to my kids. I did my 3 months, finished it, come out, buzzing like nice. And then back to life, innit? Back to the reality of life. Still selling food.
Yeah, it's not good.
Still selling food, doing meetings, just trying to stay clean, getting into connecting with people, doing my thing.
So were you able to do that and stay clean?
Yes, I was.
Wow.
For a while, 18 months.
Okay.
18 months.
Okay.
And he was like an ex-football hooligan type of guy. So like he had the vibe that I could relate to, like, and he was nice and he was kind. So he looked kind of rough, but he was so nice and kind. It made me think, all right then, what I thought you need to be a man is not true.
Okay.
Because this man's countering my persona. And I think I tried to keep it secret for a week, getting through, but the guilt, the dishonesty, do you really need that? So all these things were just coming through to me. It's like, you know what? It's fucking not worth it, bro. Like, you've got a plan. You've seen people come from addiction. That's the good thing about the meetings as well. You get a lot of evidence that people can go from drug addiction to doctors, to psychotherapists, to
still be somebody,
to still have a decent level of living, a nice job. And I've seen people that had no money that were happy.
The Ribcage Podcast. The Ribcage Podcast. You're now in tune to the Ribcage Podcast.
Let's go. Yes, Will.
Well,
Glad to have you back, my brother. Amen.
Yeah, man.
Blessings and
Good
all
to be
things.
here. Good to be
Amen.
here.
Amen. So, yeah, to the audience, welcome to the Ribcage. We're back again. You know, we didn't finish the first one, so before we give you some more of my brother's story, you know, I think we left it at you. Your wife or girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, sort of saying to you to go to rehab. So
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, going to rehab. That was one of those things. Like, why do I? It's like when the drugs wear off and you're back into reality, back into sanity. Like my head was like, do I need to go to rehab? Do I really need to go to? It ain't that bad.
Yeah. I remember you saying something.
Man, things will be all right. I'll be able to manage this. Then I just thought, nah, you know what? I said in this call and said, fuck it, go, man. Fuck it. Why not? Go. Why not? You know, I think I needed a break anyway. I needed a bit of an escape. And this was the best opportunity. So I said, fuck it, come on, let's go. So then I went to rehab, looked on there, found a cheap one in Bournemouth.
Right, you went to Bournemouth?
Yeah, not to Bournemouth, yeah. Booked in for 4 weeks. 4 weeks, 28 days. Went down there in Bournemouth. What could I say about it? It was strange, but it's what I needed. That's the reality. I got in there 4 weeks, and then the groups, the workshops just started to shift my sense of self, you know. I started to realise that, okay, then this drug addiction thing, like, I needed it to stop. Like, they introduced me to things, and they run a 12-step program there.
Yes.
So they have a complete abstinence from everything. So no drinking, no nothing. And then my head when I first went there was like, yeah, I'm just going to learn how to use cocaine safely. That's the type of what I thought. Like, I'm going to learn how to use better. Like, I'm going to come here and they're going to teach me some tips and tricks so that I don't go all that far. So I can stop after 1 or 2. And then what they said to me was like, nah, that's not how it works, mate. This is a complete abstinence thing. Explaining that I have a response to substances that's different to other people. I have this type of reaction. And I was like, okay then, let me roll with that. Let me roll with this. Let me see where to go with it. Weren't too sure about it, but I said, let me see where to go with it. Because I didn't really want to drink. I was never a big drinker when I was a young lad. In the sense of before when I was playing football, when football stuff stopped, I started becoming a big drinker. My dad drank, so I didn't really want to drink anyway. You know what I mean? My dad was a drinker, alcoholic, died of an alcoholic.
And he didn't drink for a long time. He never used to drink at all.
No, he didn't drink
at
all.
You know what I mean? He didn't drink at all until he went to Nigeria. And he come back an alcoholic, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So, yeah. So that, you just saying that just made me think, it's so funny how our stories can be similar. Like, we live our father's stories, innit? Like, we live the same cycles to a degree, same patterns come out. So it was. I don't even think where I was.
So you tried to sort of like go there and sort of like try to. It's funny when you said that because I don't know. I wonder whether people actually thought that they could go there and sort of trick it, but you was being honest. It sounds like you said to them that, listen, you want to be able to sort of be able to have one, but then not have any more. But they're like, nah, you got to be abstinent. You got to be totally teetotal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to be teetotal. I think that's what.
Yeah. I didn't tell them that. That's what was in my head.
Okay.
So I was going through my head. Yeah, I wasn't saying that to them. I was just going through my head. Yeah, wicked.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. I'm going to learn how to use properly. I'm going to learn how to be used properly. So I was like, cool. But then when the man sitting at the front said, like, listen, teetotal, that's the way it is. And I was like, okay then, shit, a recognition. But because they explained why they say that, their concept of that, it made sense, you know what I mean? When they talked about an allergic reaction, like someone that takes peanuts, if you've got an allergy to peanuts, you don't go and take peanuts. You can't use peanuts successfully. You're allergic to it.
Okay.
So you don't use it.
Okay.
Cool. So I was like, okay then, let me roll with that, as I said. So I didn't really want to drink anyway. Dad's history drinking. Weren't massive drugs anyway, but just did it, just trying to escape my pain, to try and get through life. So I bought into it quite easy. I was like, fuck it, Sam. We'll go into it, man. I'll go for it.
And what organisation did you go to? Do you have a name of that?
That's the Providence Projects. Yeah. Providence Projects. Yeah.
Let's give them a shout out for the
man.
work
Blessings, Providence. Blessings, Providence.
Absolutely, man.
I can't remember the guy's name. And what was good about it, even when you said that, is that one of the guys in there, what was good about rehab and that stuff is that the guys in there had been through the experience. They were ex-addicts. And some of them looked, there's one white guy, kind of stocky. I think his name's kind of stocky, yeah. And he was like an ex-football hooligan type of guy. So like he had the vibe that I could relate to, like, and he was nice and he was kind. So he looked kind of rough, but he was so nice and kind. It made me think, all right then, what I thought you need to be a man is not true.
Okay. Because
this man's countering my persona. He's countering everything. He's countering his beliefs of what I thought a man need to be like and how I need to operate. He's like, he looks like he's like that guy, but he's talked so kindly. He's so nice. He's so calm. And that was like a sigh of relief. So, all right then, maybe I don't always have to have this high guard and always have to think I have to fight or always think I have to scare people or always think I have to have this mask up. You know what I mean? He was kind and I was like, okay, that's wicked.
But you knew that he was about it?
Yes.
Okay. So that kind of, he threw you off. That threw you off, it sounds like. Threw you off. Like,
no, that's what made it attractive.
Oh, attractive.
Yeah, that's what made it attractive because he looks like me. We weren't black though, he was a white guy, but he had the stature, like stocky, and he had lingo, he could chat. Yeah. He wasn't like a school teacher or something like one. He looked like he was from the ends. He had a bit of lingo, could chat, so I could say, yo, this guy looks like me and he's talking this talk and he's teaching, educating people about addiction, about rehab. He did the meditation group and I thought, oh God, wow, okay then. So anyone that looks like that doesn't have to be what I think they are.
Okay. Wow.
Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
Just because he looks like that doesn't mean he has to act
don't
like
judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, don't judge a book by its cover, basically.
I hear you, G.
So he gave me some I liked him, he was like a role model.
That's a good example.
He used to say that, oh, you like Clint, don't you? I like this guy, He's like a role model to me.
Oh, damn.
I was in that place, so I was like, wow. And that then, when I started doing all the group workshops, talking to people, getting honest about how I felt, learning that, yo, listen, like when I was in there, some guy nearly killed himself in the bath. I think he slit his wrist, tried to slit his wrist in the bath. And like people were relapsing, absconding with gal and all that stuff. But then the mans that were in the place used to always say that, listen, like your little gang mentality where you think grassing someone up is bad. Like you look at us like teachers and that, where it's us versus you. They go, listen, when you tell us that this guy's doing something dodgy, you're saving his life.
Amen.
You know what I mean? That's what they said to us. Like, you're saving this guy's life. Like that little code you think you've got where you're going to be a grass because you're telling us that he's maybe going off at night, sneaking off with this gal, or he's doing this. He's like, don't get listen, that you ain't grassing up. You're being a good mate. You're saving his life. And it didn't really sink in until that guy nearly committed suicide and killed himself.
Wow.
because then he realised that if someone's going to use, you're in here because of addiction, and if you're in here because the same as me, when you use, shit can go Pete tongue. You know, you could kill someone, someone's going to kill you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If you use like how I used, and you use to that extent, and you're in the world I was in, then your using takes you to dark places where shit can go crazy, peak. You make big mistakes. So that cleared that up and made me realise that, you gotta, if you see something wrong, tell them.
Yeah.
Like, say it. Like, and we used to have group meetings and like they
call them out.
Yeah, we used to have group
out.
check-ins, house check-ins, and we used to after this like, if I seen something, I just have to call it out, and I didn't like doing it, but I did. I said, call him out. He's behaving dodgy, man. Yeah, I'm not too sure. He's dodgy, man. He's going out at night. He's leaving the house late at night.
I guess if you don't mind me saying, I guess that there also can come to. I don't mean to cut you off because like I'm also sort of like reflecting on what you went through to what I went through, and then to like resemblance into like how I think now. Like, so for example, it's like you want to surround yourself like with like-minded people, because if he's going off sniffing and coming back late night, or that could influence you, so even forget about trying to. I'm thinking you're trying to help him, but like also you got to try and help yourself.
Protect yourself.
Yeah. You don't want a boy like that, around you. That's sniffing and coming back all cocked up when this is a place of what's that? Serenity or sanctity.
Yeah, it's going to be a safe space.
You know what I'm saying to you? Even I like big
clean
words,
space. Or space of sanctity. As clean as can be.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
I hear you, bro. I hear you, man.
Yeah. So and it's true, and it's good to have people that point. That's one thing I learned is like, I don't know everything. I think I'm clever, but having other people's point of views, they see things I don't see. So it's like, you just said that, like, boy, you got to think about yourself as well. I'm a man that thinks about other people too much. I forget about me, but he could fuck up my recovery. He could fuck up my chance of getting back to my kids if he's using, like, he ain't thinking about me when he's doing that. And it gives you that ability to say, oh, God, yeah, it's big. That's what I need to say. Because look, there's another 3 people in this house as well. Imagine if he takes 3 of those hostage.
Yeah.
All 4 of us gone on mad sesh. Yeah. That's 4 people out of the game just from one guy's stupid decision. And we weren't going to get honest about it.
Yeah, I love that.
So it gave me those little snippets that's like rehab, innit? It's reteaching me, reprogramming what actually good behaviour is.
Beautiful.
Retraining me like, okay then, you were kind of confused. This street code thing that you were brought up living, there's some good ideals in it, but there's also some madness in it. There's a lot of madness in that code. Like it's not what you think it is. It's not made to make you the best that you can be.
I hear you.
You know what I mean? But the loyalty in it is great, but you need to put loyalty to something else. And that's why I think I found my loyalty to this program. Like through going to rehab, I found my loyalty to a godly way. Like I walk with God no matter what. Like that's what I'm loyal to. I'm not loyal to you, I'm loyal to God. And God will tell me how I should behave around you. If I need to tell you the truth or show you love, I'll get an intuition, that's what I need to do. And I'll stick to that. I'll try my best to follow that. I'd fall short, but that's what rehab sort of has helped me move towards.
Good foundation, G.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Good foundation.
And it was mad because I got my feelings, that's a massive thing about rehab as well. I got my feelings back. I didn't know feelings. I didn't know how to manage.
What do you mean by feelings?
I think taking drugs all that time and thinking you have to be a man, you suppress your feelings. So you suppressed all this shit. So as I'm going through rehab, they gave me like a feelings wheel. And I was like, fucking hell, there's so many feelings. Frustration, anxiety, nervousness, irritated, all these feelings, man. I was like, what? And I didn't know that anger was secondary to grief. Like sadness, like I'm angry because I feel sad. Someone's hurt me. I've been hurt, so that's why I go to anger. Especially if I can go to anger. Can I say that I can go to anger? In certain situations, I can go to anger straight away. I didn't even realise that it's because I've been hurt. I can go to anger in certain, not a lot, but in certain situations, especially with my girl, I can go to anger quickly. And I didn't know it was because there's grief or sadness there first. Something's been hurt. You've been hurt about something, and that's why you're going to that place, And I said that in my using, I was very angry and I forgot that I was angry. I forgot that I was angry because I've been hurt. And things that happen in life hurt me, and I never did nothing about them. So now I was just an angry, rageful person, especially when I used. So they gave me that intuition that, okay, you got these feelings, anger comes out, this comes out. And I used to got soppy, man. I watch a movie and I'm sat crying like, fucking hell, what's going on? You know, listen, sitting in our dry house, sitting in the house, watching a movie like at 9, 10 o'clock, and I'm like, so what? You know what I mean?
I do that now, bro. I do that now. I do that.
I was crying.
I do that all the time.
Like some guy fighting for his freedom. I'm like, I feel the Born Ultimatum or something like that. It's like this guy is fighting for his girl that he loves, and he's fighting for his freedom, and he's all trapped in this chaotic, going through magical doors. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll relate. Go on, guys, save me. Yeah, do your thing, man. Fight for love. Man, I'm crying and that. I was thinking, what the fuck's going on to you? Yeah, I'm turning into some sort of type of sausage. Like, you know, that's my mentality. Crying means you're a sausage. I hear I'm turning into some type of softy. I mean, it's like, fucking hell, shit. So yeah, that process, 4 weeks, and then they said, listen, bro, 4 weeks, they gave the stats, like people that do 4 weeks, generally don't stay clean. And I was like, shit. And I was like, you're trying to scam me, you bastards, innit? Like, you're trying to make dough off me, innit? That's your money thing. You guys are mad.
Interesting.
You're about money. You want more money. You know what I mean? You want more money.
So I guess you did it private then?
Yeah, I did it private.
Yeah.
So I said, you want more dough out of me, that's what you're doing, innit? And I had to sit and think. I said, well, listen, let's get one. You bought a car, you hit it off, you wrapped it around just some tree, you ripped this car off, it cost you like 12 quid. Ripped it off, gone. Didn't really think about it, too tough about it. You've lost keys of weed, bam, gone. 5k, gone. Now, someone's trying to save your life and they're asking you for 12 grand. You're not willing to put that 12 grand into it.
Interesting.
So I was like, flick you now. I was like, fuck it, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go for it. Let's do it. So then I end up paying the rest of the money and doing the whole 3 months there.
Wow.
And saying I'm actually going to finish. Like, I start things but don't finish it. So I was like, let me learn what it takes to finish things, because let me go through the process of actually seeing certain through to the end. You know, because like that's good for me, yeah.
Yeah, because you said, sorry to interrupt, because you said that a lot of the things that you do is you always move, isn't it? You know, even with your like your friends, you always move on.
Yeah.
Move on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When it gets difficult, I'm
move on.
Interesting.
So then now this time you're able to sort of like reflect and sort of, okay, now let me finish this through.
Yeah. Wow. Let me see this through.
Yeah. Regardless of whether it's going to cost 12 bags or not.
Yeah. How I feel, even if it gets uncomfortable, even if I feel sad, I get scared, fearful, need to cry. Let me cry and stay. No, I'm not cry and leave. Let me cry through this and stay through this, because this is what I need to grow. So I stayed, man. I stayed through it, and it was the best decision I made in my life. There's a black guy there called Harris, a boxer, old school military guy, and he told this story, and I was like, listen, bro, you made me proud to be black. You know what I mean? I never said, because I think through my using, I was not proud that I was black. Because black was a stain, black was bad.
I feel you.
How many labels are there with black people?
Yeah, I feel you.
That make you just inherently feel, or made me inherently feel bad, nasty, worthless, ain't done nothing to society, just come from the slave trade. So it's like, there's nothing to be proud of being black. Part of me wanted to cut my skin off. Like, I don't want to be black.
I hear you, man.
You know what I mean? I don't want to be black no more, because there's too much pressure, there's too much eyes on me. Fuck being black. I think that even contributed to my psychosis, because you always feels like there's eyes on you. You're always being judged, and you always get judged harshly. Any mistake you make, it's like fucking twice as bad than anyone else. So you made me proud to be black. So fucking hell, this guy's a black dude, and look at what he's done, man. He's tried his best in the army, served, he boxed, he did this, and he's here now, sitting here.
You didn't have a father figure to sort of, you know, our father was not, you know, one that, you know, sort of tried to be very, I don't know, very like neutral, but to be proud of, you know what I'm saying to you? Like, he was always like, you know, black people, you know, we are, you know, the way he sort of angled it was not to sort of, in a healthy way, if you try and get what I'm trying to say. So like, you know, we've got to go back home, you know what I'm saying to you? You know, we've got to go, for me, maybe I'm speaking for myself, that's how it felt for me though anyway, you know, like, we're not staying here forever, we're going back, you know what I'm saying to you? So, you know, even, as you know, we both got different surnames, you know what I'm saying to you? So I kind of feel like as if I get what you mean, that there's never been like, been taught a healthiness of your black side, but that's a different topic.
That's
a great topic. That's a different topic.
Yeah. So that guy made me feel
That's good.
Proud for being black for like one of the first times. I was like, fucking hell, yeah, you make me feel
I love that.
proud for being black, that I shouldn't wear this skin with shame. You know what I mean? It's strange to say. It feels strange for me to say that. I shouldn't wear this skin with shame, wear it with pride. And I met so many different people, man. I remember going swimming with these guys. I got an old woman, it's like 60, she's mad.
You can swim?
She's mad, yeah, I can swim. I got this old woman that's like 60, she was mad on some like prescription drugs. We're going out with some old man that's about 55, he's mad on some next drugs. Then there's some young lads that are about my age, some Londoners, some people from everywhere, and there's a mixed bunch of us. Yeah, we wouldn't look like we must have looked like some special school.
Yeah.
We was coming to fucking the swimming centre, yeah, like with 2-3 adults with fucking tags around their neck, and we're all like, yeah, what's going on? We must have looked like a bunch of kids from bunch of people from a special school.
Yeah, through school.
Yeah, like something out of naughty school or
special school. Yeah, for real.
There's something special about you guys. Yeah. And we're like, but we had a laugh in the swimming pool. We had a laugh swimming, and we had a laugh in it. And I think that really taught me about having fun. Like, stop chasing money all the time. Stop. And you don't need to spend lots of money to have fun. You know, and it made me realize I can have fun with anybody. I don't need to be drunk. And I think that's what I used to think. I need to be drunk on drugs to have fun. So I don't need to be drunk. I don't need to be on drugs to have fun.
That's the beginning.
I experienced fun without that.
Beautiful.
And I definitely experienced community and a sense of belonging to something without drugs and without having to put a mask on. Like, all my fears and all my shame was accepted. All the things I didn't do, I thought I should have done, people said, oh, cool, I've done that too. Wow, shit. Now what do you want to do about it? You know what I mean? I got that from me. I got that sense of acceptance, and this is how you treat people. You know what I mean? I got a different view of how to treat people, how to live. You know, so I did my 12 months, finished.
3 months?
I did my 3 months, sorry. Yeah. Did my 3 months, finished it, come out, buzzing like nice, but then you back to life, innit? Back to the reality of life. Still selling food.
Yeah, it's not good.
Still selling food, doing meetings, trying to stay clean, getting into connecting with people, doing my thing.
So were you able to do that and stay clean?
Yes, I was.
Wow.
For a while, 18 months.
Okay.
18 months.
Okay, you had any relapse?
Yeah, I was able to do that for a while. Okay. And even my recovery made me a better brought me back to the old world. That was a better dealer. I was more routine and more strict, more manageable. Like, okay, this is what I'm doing. Put more barriers between me and the substance. Like, had my workers on check. You're doing that. You're doing this. I'm not going there. Nothing. I'll phone this, make these phone calls. I was moving a bit more like how I should be moving.
Back in the day.
Yeah, I was moving a bit more organised. Better boundaries with people. So I was moving a bit better. And then doing all that, but then I was still a bit shame and guilt. Like, earning lots of money, but I can't spend it. Like, I don't want to buy a new car because fucking hell, I can't go to a meeting in a fancy car.
Wow, you had that sort of issue.
I can't go to I can't go to a meeting where there's loads of drug addicts and I'm coming there flashing the money I make from selling drugs. So I felt kind of like immoral. Felt kind of wrong.
I hear you.
You know what I mean?
That's when I hear you. Sorry to talk.
Yeah, felt kind of wrong, man. Like, it didn't feel right, but I wasn't willing to let go of the. I wasn't willing to let go of the money. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't willing to let go of it yet. I was still holding on to it, man. The benefits of it still seem to outweigh the consequences of it. So I was still doing it. And I think it was his birthday. We went out for his birthday in Northampton. Went out Northampton.
Was I there?
I don't know if you were there. You might have been.
I think I was, you know.
You think you weren't?
I think I was, you know. I came out for day release. I think I was.
For the night out in Northampton?
Yeah, night with we went to that little thing, that little pub and that.
Yes, that little pub.
Yeah, it was alright still.
That was alright. Yes, that night.
Wow.
I went out to Northampton. I was like, yes, I'm gonna do this. Stay sober. Yeah, man, I'm on it. Yeah, bang, bang. Then two gal come in there, and then I was, it's cool. She's nice. Yeah, I'm not gonna do nothing. Bang, I'm cool. Staying sober. And then about 12 o'clock, I'm getting tired. Oh shit, feeling not confident to talk to gal and that shit. I need a bit of a lubricant just to make me relax so I can just talk. Bang, before I had a drink, bang. 2 drinks, bang, before I know I was sniffing. It went crazy that night. Yeah.
and all them boys, they came as well, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
All of them, they came later. I'm
Yeah,
sure
they
some of
come
them.
later.
They come later and
All of
that.
us, yeah. Ended up going on a mad bender.
Wow.
I don't even know what happened. Ended up drinking way too much, sniffing too much. Boom, sleeping under my car.
Wow.
Fucking hell. Don't even know what happened. Sleeping under my car. I was like, fucking hell. I was like, okay, Will, you got.
So did you leave that night then? Because like.
Yeah, you missed off early. We
went to a hotel.
Yeah. You went to the hotel. I'll come back to Cov.
Yeah,
I'll come back to Cov. Yeah, you went to the hotel. I came back to Cov. Yeah, I came back to Cov, man.
I didn't even know then, bro.
Yeah? Yeah.
You know, I didn't even, one thing I sort of like realised when you was talking to me is that how you hid it so well. Do you think that's, I mean, I don't want to go off the topic, but I didn't know. I would not have known. No. I don't know whether you should gain something from that or something like that, but I don't know whether audience, can relate to it, where if you're an addict, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't actually know that you're an addict, but but you knew you was an addict. You know what I mean? Like I did not know at all.
Yeah, I hid it well. Yeah, you could
wow.
hide it. And yeah, I could hide it well. Oh, I didn't know. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know I had that much of a problem.
No,
you wouldn't know I had that much of a problem.
No,
that is when I come in it, man. These birthday relapse, boom. Because it's like that's 10 years ago. Yeah, bam. I relapsed then I tried to get it back on cover. I try not to tell nobody. I think a week later.
Do you think that's an issue? Do you think because remember when you're in that place, that safety place, you can be frank with people and sort of tell people that about your ups and your downs, and that sort of releases you. Or I don't know, I think so. But when you're out here now and you're as you said, you're still doing your 1-2s, you ain't got anybody to sort of say, I had a relapse, and sort of be able to say something to make you say, don't be shameful of that, or what I mean. Do you think that's had a little? Do you think, or you wish that you had somebody to speak to?
I had people to speak to.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I had people to speak to.
That's great.
I just weren't willing
to.
They
fucking talk to me though.
Yeah, I just weren't willing to speak.
Sorry,
I had people to speak to. I had people to speak to. Exactly, I had yourself.
Yeah, you talk to me though, blood.
I had yourself.
You didn't say nothing to me. What are you talking about?
I don't think I would have said. That's what you didn't know, because I don't think I would have said. I think I still, you're my older brother, and I don't think we had like them type of drugs. Drinking cool, but sniff. It's very shameful, I think. Sniff is like, black man taking sniff. Even when I was a young lad, it really sound. Black people sniffing, it was like, fuck, what are you doing?
I can't believe you're saying that. It's true.
What the fuck are you doing?
It's true, black people. But there was a lot. Yeah. There was a lot to me. When there was a lot. But yes, it was a taboo type of thing. That's correct, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, black people.
I hear you though.
Black people don't sniff. I can't tell my brother sniff. Nah, chance. Man. Yeah, he's gonna stop that. Fuck that. And that's your character then, was that kind of militant. So I was like, fuck, tell my bro, he's gonna be like, what the fuck you doing? Stop sniffing.
I was a little bit like that as well.
Yeah, you were
a little
militant.
bit like that.
Yeah, you were a bit militant. That's my experience of you, anyway.
Yeah, I was very what do you call it? Alpha innit? As we kind of know what that is. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't compassionate where if you cried, I'd probably say, you pussy, sorry. You know what I mean? English. So I was not somebody who you could sort of show your softer side to. I would admit that. Yeah. And that's a shame, and that's something I've learned. Yeah. So, that's why I'm not going to tell you. Yeah, I'm going to tell you that, and I think I tried to keep it secret for a week, getting through. But the guilt, the dishonesty eats you, and then you're lying to yourself because you think you ain't got a problem. Bang, relapsed weekend, mad one, mad one. Just a weekend of just fucking. Yeah, just on it, bang, sniffing, dry sniffing, no drink, heat, sniff, then going, trying to find like adult places to go to, and then just on a mad midday, like sniffing. Luckily, my mate grabbed me, pulled me to the side. Oh, that's good.
My mate, it was, to be fair. Stopped. He said, come to my house. So I come to his house then he just sat with me for half the day, and then I went home. I said, fucking okay, cool. I gotta get honest.
You live that in because he's a cool kid still.
Yeah. Good lad, to be fair.
That's a good thing to
good lad. That's some good parts too.
Yeah, and then like that,
yeah. And then from there, I had to get real about my relationship. I had to get real because I guess I didn't even speak about that. Even though I had an ex-girlfriend, we weren't on best of terms, man. Like, I don't think I knew how to be in a relationship, and I don't think I was ready for all the commitment of a relationship with a child. I don't think I understood what it took. Emotionally, I wasn't ready to feel the uncomfortable feelings that what being a man means in a relationship. You know what I mean? How you got to communicate, how you got to make some sacrifices. I still wanted to be this playboy, just do whatever I want, you know. And she was asking for me to be her man, and it made me feel uncomfortable. And she was quite organised. She was on job, you know. So I felt less than. So that relationship, I made the decision to walk away from it after that relapse, because those feelings and the dynamics at home weren't right. I was sleeping on the sofa half the time, and she sleeps upstairs. So you know, that's when you know shit's going Pete Tom. So I had to make that decision that this is, even though maybe it wasn't her, it was me that needed to go up. But I made a decision. I need to leave to go up.
Yeah.
And I need to let
Tough
you be.
decision.
Yeah, I need to let you be you, because I'm stifling you. I'm not allowing you to be the best version.
That's
you
real
can.
love. That's true love. That's true love, man. That is true love.
Yeah.
Man.
So I had to make that decision to leave that relationship hard. Left that, went back to my old ladies, and went to university. And that's the journey, really. From doing that, being in recovery.
So how did you stay clean then? How did you stay clean? Because you know, one thing that I realised was that I remember that obviously when I came out, right? Yeah, I see you, like you used to say no, and you know, I think then you said you were stopping. You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying to you. So how at that point was you clean?
Yeah, that point I was clean.
So how did you get to that point where, okay then, fuck a relapse, sorry God, but like, you know, forget a relapse. So I need to take this shit seriously.
So it was the relapse was a massive one, trigger to make me realise I need to stop. I went to NA meetings, and they always keep me accountable to not use drugs.
They do a big job, don't they?
Yeah, I went to NA meetings, Narcotics Anonymous meetings all around Cov. Big up NA, love you, blessing, saved my life, part of the process. So they always kept me to a high level of living. They keep me accountable to a high level of living. Their program, 12-step program, I did the 12 steps. Their step work keeps me on track. It tells me straight away where the bullshit is that's in me. It's not the substance is the problem.
Beautiful.
It's your head, it's your lies, it's the way you see the world. All those old biblical sayings that I knew were true for myself, lust, greed, all this vanity, all that stuff. All that stuff. I had evidence in my life story, and that stuff is true. That's real. That stuff is real. So it made me understand that more clearly. That stuff is real, bro. And the only way to move through that, you need help from God, and you need to know like how to move with these spiritual principles. No matter what happens in your life, how can I be loving, compassion, show courage, be humble? That's what I have to move with. Even if someone's pissing me off, move with humility, move with compassion, move with courage. Doesn't mean you can't fight, but fighting doesn't have to be the first port of call. So that kept me accountable to a high. And to be real with it, it was the fact that I knew you were out. I said, Dare's going to be mad. I said, Dave, there's
some positive out of it.
Yeah, so if Dare was coming out, I was like, fucking hell. Okay, then I've been doing this by myself for the past few years. Dare's coming out, okay, then shit's going to get real. Dare's a tyrant, if I say anything.
Yeah.
That he's a tyrant. If he wants something done, he wants it done, and he wants it done how he wants it done. If it comes to P, he doesn't mess about. He wants it this. If he wants something dropped off, it needs to be done like this. There's no leeway for anything. I was like, can I work with that?
Two alpha males, so it's not possible, is it?
Yeah, can I work with that? Yeah, and I don't want to suppress myself.
Absolutely.
And be putting myself like, just saying yes to everything he says. I can have a tendency to do that. And I said, Darren needs, if you're going to work with that, you need to be able to say no. Consistently. Every time. Because he's going to always ask. He's going to always ask for more. He's going to always ask for more out of you. If you can't say no, it's going to burn you out. I was like, fuck you now. And then also your situation with the visa. The possibility of deportation.
Oh, that had an effect on you?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, fucking hell.
I never heard that.
I was like, I fall in that category where if I get caught again, you man could deport me.
Yeah, because you were doing a lot.
Yeah, so if I get caught again, I could get deported. I was like, fuck you now.
Okay, I didn't even...
Yeah, I was thinking, said, fuck you now, shit. You know what?
Yeah.
Is it worth it, Will? And I had a plan to get out. And I heard my brother say, yo, Will, when I hit this money, I'm getting out. Yo, Will, when I do this,
Who's that?
I'm getting out. You. I've heard you say, when I hit 200k, I'm getting out.
Oh,
Will,
man.
when I do this, God telling me getting out. I used to hear my brother say this all the time. I'm getting out, 200k, I'm getting out. This getting out. This getting out. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck you now. This is that pattern, Will. Like, you see your brother do it, chasing that thing. It's like, calm yourself down. It's how important is money and that, really. Then even, because I was doing my spiritual path, my dad is like, you went to Africa trying to be some big hoo-ha.
Yeah, beautiful.
And trying to be that big guy made you come back with a mental health issue. You know what I mean? So I was like, Will, you're trying to be this big. Do you need to be that? Do you really need that? So all these things were just coming through to me, and it's like, you know what? It's fucking not worth it, Will. Like, you got a plan. You've seen people come from addiction. That's the good thing about the meetings as well. You get a lot of evidence that people can go from drug addiction to doctors, to psychotherapists,
to still be somebody.
to still have a decent level of living,
Beautiful.
a nice job. And I seen people that had no money that were happy.
Yeah,
So the belief that money made me happy was less.
yeah.
I went to university, I studied psychology.
Yeah, well done.
That also gave me that belief that money's not important. Money's not as important as I make it out to be.
I love that. I was so proud of you then.
Yeah?
Yeah, I told everybody.
Yeah, blessed.
I told everybody. I
Blessed.
could not help but tell everybody. I
Yeah.
said, "Yo, my brother is he went to uni and he's
went
got a
to uni.
degree."
Yeah,
Yeah, so
come on.
I told everybody. bro.
Yes. So I did that. And that there gave me enough evidence and enough like bonds. Like, I've got the drug world and I've got this clean new way of life. There was enough connections with this clean new way of life that said it made it more possible to let that go.
Beautiful.
This started to have more consequences. Money wasn't that great. I wasn't enjoying the money. I knew the things that I'm going to have to do. Now my bro's out. I know the things that I'm going to have to do to be real with this life.
Well, what you thought was real, you know what I mean?
Yeah, what I thought was real. Like, the things I'm going to have to
Come
do
on.
for what I thought was real with this life. Are you
dead.
willing to do it? And I was more honest about that answer.
Great.
I was more honest about like, yo, if you want to, don't jump in the fire if you can't handle the heat. Innit? I was more honest, like, I don't really want to handle that type of heat. It's not for me no more. So it was more easier for me to let go of that life and say, okay, fuck it, let me drop that life behind me. I'm concentrating on this other way of life with different circles.
So proud of you. So proud of you when you did that. I don't think I've ever told you. I'm going to tell you now. So proud of you because there's only been two people that I know in my little posse that has ever come out of the game. Ninja. You know who I'm on about. Norman. He come out of the game and I can't imagine how hard it is for him to do so, especially with us, man, still rolling around with, you know, and flossing and all that type of stuff, and yourself. And as I reflected, I sort of used to think to myself how strong you was to still have me coming around doing my thing and you know, talking about it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and even the materialistic temptation. And you were like, nah, there. Nah. And I used to, sometimes I think, what's wrong with you, bro? You know what I mean? Like, come man, let's go. But I understand it now, like, because the temptation and, you know, and not even temptation plus, that's not what makes you happy. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I just wanted to say that I was really, when I reflected, I was really proud of how you were able to fight the temptation from your own bloodline. I was close to you and I was bringing all this money, cars, watches, all these type of stuff. And for not one time did you ever say, you know what, I'm coming back into the game, I want to come back. So I want to commend you for that again. Seriously, man. I really hope that long may continue. Let's go.
Yeah,
Sorry.
man.
So I just wanted to say that.
bless you.
Because there's encouragement, you know?
Yeah,
This
it's
is
nice
about
to hear that.
encouraging
Yeah, it's
you,
nice
man.
to hear that.
Seriously,
It's
man.
nice
I'm
to hear
telling
that,
you,
man.
man. It's about
Yes,
encouraging,
man.
bro.
And shout that out to the people that stop selling drugs is a big thing.
Yes.
Just change your way of life if that's what you're trying to do. If you're moving from that life, changing life is a massive thing to do. And some people don't realise that they think it's normal. It's like
You can't have the
what
two.
I thought was normal. If you lived what I thought was normal, you realise that what you think is normal is different. My normal is booky for what a normal person thinks is normal.
Exactly, and that isn't normal.
Yeah, and
but that's normal in
their life. Yeah.
But that's not normal.
The work I have to, and I say this, even people mental health, the work I have to do just to move normally on street is what rich people have to do to make lots of money.
Do you get me?
Yeah, for me to move normal, just to be functioning every day, not using
I
drugs.
hear you.
Not,
That's deep.
Not
That's deep.
fucking around, not hanging around the people that are going to bring me down. The work I have to do on myself just to get to that level of living normally is what rich people do after to get.
And we're not talking rich people about drug dealers.
No,
We're talking about Elon Musk and all them type of people.
Yeah, that type of work.
I hear you.
Yeah,
I really hear you
have to
about
put
that.
type of work
Absolutely.
just to be normal.
Absolutely.
So if you got mental health, anyone, and you think you can just bounce in it and you're just gonna half-heart it to get clean, real clean, and live well, you have to put graft in.
Yes, the basic morality, the basic self-talking, self-motivation. Just because I am not going to chill with you today. I'm not going to chill with you today. And don't take it the wrong way, but you sniff, and I don't want to sniff. You know what I'm saying to you? And the mental health of telling yourself that, instead of feeling bad when you were with your old school lifestyle, you don't feel bad for it anymore. And these rich people do that easily. That's what they do, I think, is what you're trying to say to me. They do that easily. Like, I'm not chilling out with you because you're not bringing anything positive to me. I want to be with like-minded. I want people who have got aspiration. I want to be with people.
The pain of walking away from relationships like that.
Yeah.
And the pen to paper, like realizing that, the life is full of traps, like temptations all over you. And that's so for you to walk that thin path, to be successful in this world, in the UK, in this world of all this, buy this, do that, bang, bang, you really have to daily tap into something that keeps you on track. And I was listening to all these rich people saying how they made money, right, putting pen to paper, doing all these things, planning, talking to people, having someone to keep them accountable. So if they're falling short, someone's saying, listen, you're not hitting that standard that you said you were. And the pain of realizing that you're not doing enough, to have to make the changes to do enough. Wow. Going through that process daily, weekly, monthly, everything. It's not an easy track. It's not an easy process.
I understand.
And that's just to stay clean. It's just to keep yourself. that's just to stay clean.
That's just to stay clean. I'm even thinking you're trying to be successful now, but that's just to stay clean.
Yeah, that's just to stay clean and stay your head off water.
That's hard.
That's hard.
What?
So you don't fall back into the old patterns.
Yeah, I hear you, man. That's just to stay clean. Then you gotta add the other bit now, whether you want to start chasing the money side, which unfortunately we live in. You know what I mean? But you're having to put all that work in just to stay clean.
Stay clean, bro. That's the reality.
Love that.
That's my reality. I've got a book on myself. Like I've got a book. I've got like 2 A4 pads of notes of myself. I've got 2 A4 pads of notes of my business, and it's messy. And I listen to like Jim Wan. I listen to Eric Thomas, and they were saying I used to write notes on kitchen towels and throw them away. I used to write notes on this and write notes everywhere. And I'm like, shit, I've got a notebook there half full, and I bought a new notebook over there. Right, and that loop, where's the notebook gone? Got another notebook over there. I'm like, listen, and it's part of the process, isn't it? And I had to realise that's part. I had to manage my expectations. Like, well, you're gonna learn. Just keep chipping away. It's part of the process. Just like getting clean. You're going to relapse, you're going to fuck up, you just got to get back on the horse. Yeah. All those things were coming true.
Amen.
And this one is what's more better for me, this was worth fighting for.
Yeah.
Morally? Morally, and the sense of self you get from this is worth fighting for. That drug life ain't worth fighting for. That drug life ain't worth killing for. This life, it's worth fighting for. Yeah. Worth killing. And you don't even need to kill. All you got to do is kill, how can I say, part of your ego.
Beautiful.
That's what really dies in this.
That's a Hayukin one, isn't it? That's a Hayukin.
Yeah.
That's a Hayukin.
Yeah, man. That's that one. Remember that one? Yeah, man. Yeah. Cut that and put that on your Facebook and that, people.
That's a Hayukin, bro. Come on.
That
killing your ego.
Yeah, that's all that's got to die.
Beautiful.
Die. Lots of times, ego deaths. You know what I mean? Just that thousand ways to die, innit? You know, like Wu-Tang Clan, it's 1,000, you know it because you start to live it. You're like, if you want to get to that level of living where you're living peacefully, living godly, you're going to have to die a lot of times. So a lot of the beliefs I have get challenged, man. See my ex move on, sleep with other guys, and all my ego saying, you need to go fucking down there, you know. And I've been to the door, knocked on the door, yo, what are you doing? Then I had to say, fuck, what are you doing, bro? She's not with you. It's not you can't control her. She's a woman. She's allowed to do what she likes. Shit. Bang. Fuck off. Then have to go to a meeting crying. Shit, my girl, she's that lovely. She's moved on. Well, you're not with her. Fuck you.
That's what someone said. You're not with her.
No, but that's what I was saying myself. Someone said it to me, and I had to accept that. You know, what gives you the right to own this girl? You don't own her like that. She's allowed to do what she wants to do. Bam. Like, she's free to do what she's got. And I was like, fucking hell. Shit. So even though I'm hurt, I've got no right to let my hurt shame her and call her a slag and call her all these names and fuck up her life even more. Because that's what happened. I did that, and then she can't date now for another 2-3 months because she thinks she's done something wrong.
Ooh, wow, you're taking responsibility.
Yeah, she can't move on.
Yeah,
she can't move on now for another 3-4 months because she thinks by her sleeping with someone, she's in shame because she's doing something wrong. And she's not doing nothing wrong.
Exactly.
She ain't doing nothing wrong. So I can't be going to cussing her for doing things that she's allowed to do. So, and that's hard. Boom, wham. I just catch myself like, fucking okay then. Cool. I'd focus back on me, man. Be the man you need to be, innit, Will?
Sounds like it's a long process, especially if you want to become fully clean. You know, but do you think that there's a lot of baggage? You know, there's a lot of baggage. You know, for when you're an addict, there's a lot of baggage, isn't there?
Yeah.
Do you think there is? And
yes, someone to use drugs to that extent, for me,
hurting people, hurting yourself.
Me, someone to use drugs to that extent, there must be lots of reasons why there's something wrong with you. Can't say something wrong with you. There's some viewpoints that you've got that are not correct, and there's definitely through using is traumatic. It breaks relationships. You do some stupid shit in using, and you definitely will carry a lot of baggage. When most addicts have a lot of trauma,
and I think you have to face those. Do you think you have to face those baggages as well? And so, depending on how far bad you've wrecked people's lives and all that type of things, when it's to heal, you gotta face that.
Yes,
I'm thinking, you
you
gotta face that, ain't you?
Yeah. That's our step 4 and 5.
Ooh,
in step work is like you face the evil part of yourself.
Wow.
Like you face all the harm you've caused everybody. You face all the shame, all the things you've done.
So I want people to learn to listen to that, you know, like
you face
all these people who are addicts out there, you know what I mean? You know, that for you to get clean, one of the steps is to face all the misery and all the, you know, the hurt you've caused yourself and others. So, but you gotta stop blaming yourself, I think, because, you know, you're a druggie, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you were a druggie.
You didn't know no different.
You didn't know no different.
Yeah, that's powerful saying, isn't it? Jesus said, forgive them, Father, for they have sinned. They
did not know what they're doing. Wow.
So I have to put that on myself. I didn't know no different.
Wow, powerful.
When I was doing all that shit, selling drugs, I thought that was the way to be. Part of me knew there was a certain dodgy about it, but I didn't really know no different.
I think that was the good. You know, I think that's the good in you. I think that's why no matter what, you're always going to get saved. No matter what, you know, it's because that voice of temptation is so hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Temptation is hard. Ego is hard. Lust is hard.
Yeah.
Everybody likes, you know what I'm saying to you?
Yeah,
but
good.
once you can get overcome that, man, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you're heading towards, which you did, you know, start understanding, okay, I don't need to go out, I don't need to bang this bird, I don't need to have this line, I don't need to do this, you know what I mean? I don't have to go out with these guys. Because that voice is there. Yeah. And like you said, you knew right from wrong, but you just didn't listen to it as much. So the good was always in you.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me saying.
Yeah, I think the good's in everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, everybody's got that gift.
Yeah.
But that's the choice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you choose, and then the people around you educating you. I think that's a massive one in my journeys. At every level, there's be a teacher. The right teacher appears for you at every level of your recovery. First start of your recovery is just about coming off drugs. That's staying clean from drugs. Next part of your recovery, how to stay clean, is the person that got you taking drugs, the belief that person that told you to take drugs, I can just have fun wherever I want, I can do whatever I like, what I want matters the most. That person, that's the person that has to change, so that you don't fall back in those behaviours and become addicted to something else. You can go from drugs to money, to sex, to gambling, but it's the same shit causing you the same pain. It's that person that needs to change. Those beliefs, that part of yourself has, it's not you, but it's an identity I had to change. I had to change the identity and realise, as some people say, I'm not a bad person. Because really deep down we know that I'm not. These behaviours and thoughts are not me. I'm behind them, I watch them, I see them. So I can only choose. Am I going to be a bad person or a good person? And to what degree? And that's done by how much knowledge you know what a good and bad person is. So the more you know what a good person is.
Someone is educating you,
so you can make more good choices. More better informed good choices.
That's like a light bulb moment. You know, like, it's a light bulb moment that is powerful, isn't it? Yeah. And that's why, again, you know, having a good good older brother, you know what I mean? You know, so what you been doing with yourself now then? Now
clean, did a bit of education. Now I'm like, want to be a therapist, moving to that line of work. I do a bit of.
Amen. And he's a psychologist, bro.
Yeah,
Don't talk about, went to uni, you know. The first geezer in my family, like as if it's a big thing. Shouldn't even be a big thing.
It's a big thing for us, though. Come on, let's have it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
yes, man.
Yeah.
Uni, got a degree.
Got a degree, yes.
Come on, man.
Looking to study a master's in psychotherapy.
Amen.
I do a PT in. Exercise is a massive one.
Yeah.
My life story says exercise keep me out of trouble. Exercise also maintains a good level of mental health and well-being. Generally, exercise. So I'm a PT to help people use exercise. But more is about the education. It's more about learning how to be in healthy relationships, learning how you head things and how you want to challenge your thinking. Because I had a six-pack, I had a nice car, I had lots of money, and I was still a cunt. I still end up an addict. Yeah. So the money and being fit and in shape is not it's not what made me a good person. It's not what made me like who I am today. You know what I mean? It's the spiritual, the inside stuff that really makes the big change.
And like you said, mental health.
The mental, yes.
Mental health as well.
Yeah, it's the mental changing how I think.
Yeah.
That's what really
makes
the change.
Yeah. Sorry, say that again.
That's what really I think makes the long-lasting change.
Yeah. And is that what happened for you?
That's what. Yeah, I worked the program teaches me inside out. So I work on cleaning my insides. I worked on cleaning my insides out first. Then now the outside will start to follow.
Amen. I think I get what you mean.
Yeah.
You know, because like he says, the rest will follow. Like we said back in the day it's like some of my, do your thing, and then the rest will follow. But we were chasing the wrong thing, though. We were chasing outside.
Said,
But again, if I got guided in the right way of using that sort of saying, we probably would have done it a lot sooner. And that's what you now know. That is the inside first, and then the rest will follow.
Work on your insides.
Correct.
First. Yeah. Mainly work on your insides. That's the key.
Absolutely.
Work on your insides, and that's a hard job, and the rest will follow.
Yeah.
The rest will follow. That's been my experience, and it's coming. And all the people I see do that, including yourself, that doing some deep healing for yourself. Things are coming onto them.
It's true.
Things are coming into their life. The right things for them are coming into their life.
It's true. And I'm so glad you said that, because that is the whole point of us wanting to do this. And, wanting to do this is to sort of, not to glorify, but what you had to do, what you had to tell yourself, the lows of what you said to yourself, and the highs in what you said to yourself to abstain from it. You know. But there's also one thing that I also want to sort of like plug in. Why not? Something that you do, fury
to freedom.
I've done it. I've done it. I want to sell it for you, but like, I do want to sell it for my bro. But like,
fury to freedom. Workshop.
Fire.
Good workshop, man.
Fire,
good
bro.
Workshop. Good
fire,
workshop.
bro. It is fire.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say to you, man, them girls out there, is it just for men?
I might mix it. I might do
because girls are addicts as well. You know what I mean? You get me, man.
They're angry about a lot as well.
Come on, I mean, you could do that as a separate session, but we'll talk about that another time.
Yeah, man.
But because they're addicts as well. You know what I mean? So, but it's really, really good. So tell us about that then.
Yeah, Fuel to Freedom is just a little from my shadow work experience. I ain't gonna go into what shadow work is, but it's looking at parts of yourself you hide that you might not be aware of. From that, I just thought, and from my own life experience, I just realised talking and exercise. Yeah. A lot of people forget the talking.
Yeah.
A lot of people forget the talking, but talking and exercise. And I just thought, I need a space where lads can get honest and vulnerable about how they're feeling, really talk about it before they start to use exercise to distract themselves from the uncomfortability of the feelings. Let's get clear and honest about what we're feeling. And that also helps other people help you. Because I remember being scared boxing and I didn't talk to no one about what I was feeling and what was going through my head. I remember thinking I'm going to jail, but I didn't talk to nobody about what I was doing, what was happening. And I just tried to box it away. I figured if I actually sat down, or I seen men talk like that.
Beautiful.
Talk about their fears and concerns. I might have said, every time I got into a fight, I'm scared to lose. Whoa, I don't know, I think I'm scared. I'm scared I'm going to jail. I'm thinking there's no point boxing no more because I'm going to jail, so fuck it. What's the point? I might as well just give up. And men might have shared their story and gave me hope that,
Thank you. You said that. I wanted to jump, but you just said it. Yes, sharing their story would have helped, but we don't do it, do we? We do not do it.
Nah. I think he's got it boxed off. I see him coming to the gym. He looks big, strong.
Yeah.
He's got it boxed off. Bang, bang, bang. He's banging the bag. I want to be like him.
But I was probably shitting myself as well.
Yeah, but
how did I get through? So I should have sort of like shared it. So then you don't ever have to go through that, because then your strength. My weakness would have been your strength.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly, because that weakness is not a weakness now.
Anymore, yeah.
What weakness can you find? But hopefully it will be something else, which then you can then pass on to somebody else. You get me, G? You get what I'm saying?
Start enjoying the sport.
Come on.
You know what I mean? I think that's the message, is that a lot of people go into training pain, trying to shame themselves, trying to prove themselves to be something that they don't need to be. Go around in that really negative, pain-sensed way of moving. And I think if you have that talk, you go through things enjoying it more.
Great points.
Hard things will happen, but you get through those hard things a lot easier, and you enjoy the journey a lot more. And that's what everybody wants, really. That's why I talk drugs. I want to enjoy life. I want to go through struggles, but enjoy life. So I think that this is that missing link, innit? It's that plug, innit? Fuel to Freedom's the plug, the talking and boxing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And outer.
It was your concept. I love. Oh yeah. That you can have a hard life, but enjoy the comfortableness of the uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, by sharing and talking.
Yeah.
You can, and you get comfortable. Okay, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But it's uncomfortable. But I'm not in it by myself. It ain't that bad.
I hear you, G. That's a light bulb moment for me right now. You know. Yes, it's a beautiful thing. I've done it. I've done a session with it, and I remember I spoke to you on the phone.
Yeah.
I said to you that I said to myself, if I want to really get into this, I need to be 100% committed. And I walked out of there feeling how I expected to feel after putting 100% effort in it, and that's how I know that it works. And that's just one session. So if I had done 12 sessions, or kept in consistency. I still go. I was there last week, innit? So I think for young men or women, it will be fine. I think it should be in prisons. I'll tell you that now. There's a lot of young. I go to Sweeney. Sorry, this ain't about me, but again, I'm just trying to give you that plug. It should be in Sweeney. People, probation officers, police officers, St. Giles. You know what I mean? Don't even need none of them, bro. Don't even need none of them. Yeah. You want to be knocking at the door at HMP Bergamo. Knock at the door and say, yo, this is who I am. This is what I do. And this is because you've got it all on paper anyway, G. And knock on that door and say, yo, this is what I do. And and obviously we're trying to do it here anyway, and say, I've done it already. And go in there and do it, because I think it will work in there, especially because they'll get a time to reflect on it as well. Yeah, it does work.
Yeah, man.
It does work. Yeah, Will, it has been a strange, but fulfilling, enriching, and eye-opening hearing about the life.
It's mad, but when you say that, I'm always like thinking, listen, you're my brother, my closer, close, one of the closer brothers to me as well. Close brother. And I see the thing that you're close, but you don't really know me.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? He's thinking that. He's like, wow.
Yeah.
He's like, wow, you don't really.
Come on, G, because
you don't really.
Yeah,
you know me. You don't really know me.
It's the bloodline that's just making it sort of like, you know what I'm saying?
So
you get me?
When I just thought about that and sharing this with you, I was fucking hell. I've never been open and honest really with my story with my brother. You don't really. Yeah, it's mad. So it's nice. It's nice to be like, yo, my brother sees me now. He knows more about me than. Yeah.
I was talking to somebody. Again, this is probably not. This is just talking, but like I was talking to somebody and in Swinford Hall, and shout out to Paddy. Here's what it is. Yeah, he started moving food at about 14. His dad, his dad not yet, later on, right here. But then I just thought of you. I thought, wow, there is people out there that started. He started at that age. I never knew that. I have never computed that, and I'm so amazed that as the family that we are, supposed to be. That's you got out to do that at that age. That's what was eye opening for me, mate. You know what I mean? Like, wow, like really, like. I don't want to say that, no, you know, because there's some kids who have those type of life, isn't it? And at 12, or even 9 or 10, don't make those choices. But it's stacked up, isn't it? Stacked up. Am I putting blame on anybody? Should I? No. I think we can't put blame on it, innit? I think we're just saying how it is, isn't it?
That's how it is for me, yeah.
Yeah, this is how it is. And I think that's what I'm trying to say. That boy, you know, for you, it started at 10, 11, 12.
Well, 30. Young, anyway.
Wow, from me remembering, man, you started selling weed, man. You're 10, 11, 12.
Year 7, yeah.
Yeah, it's 11, 12.
Yeah, 11, 12.
You know what I mean? So, that's young, bro. Whatever you hear, that's young, man.
Yeah.
That is freaking young. And, you know, I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that as well, you know. But it's been an honor to be here with you, to talk about your story and to see from where you was to where you are now. It's, I want to sort of like, I wish I could, I tell people a lot about you though. I do. Because I want to sort of like, be like you, I guess. Yeah.
The tables are turning.
Yeah, man, give up drugs, man, educate himself, and man's happy, you know. I'm so proud of you, man. You don't have to wear this flashy stuff anymore. You don't have to wear all of that no more. You've educated yourself, you got a degree, you know. I see you sometimes get out in town and your clothes are so just, you know, plain, but you're happy. You're in a club, people are drinking and you're dancing and you're happy. You know, and I see men with people who've got like D-squared plastered all over, and you think, okay, if that's what makes them happy, okay, that makes them happy. But just to be able to see that transition, and I want to be able to not care about, okay, I've got the most expensive clothes on, you know what I mean? You know, I like to sort of, I like to be a little bit like you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you get me? So enough love, and I appreciate the time that you spent to tell us your whole story, and everybody should look out for it, mate, you know what I mean? Because this is up close and personal with my little brother, if I could call him. with my big brother.
He calls me son.
Yeah, with my big brother here, William, and peace.
Blessings,
love.
people. Blessings.
Come on. Amen. So.
Yes, people. Welcome, Will Power PT. It's that time again. This Saturday, 2 till 4. Fuel to Freedom Workshop. We're working with the archetype, the warrior, the action taker. The part of you that gets shit done. Listen to me. The part of you that knows that when he needs to get into the gym and do the work, he gets it done. It puts those feelings and emotions to the side for a second. It acknowledges them. It owns them. But you only need to put the work in to get things done. He's ready to put the work in to get things done from that loving and caring place. Because of this battle, I'm trying to prove. Better than anybody. Just trying to enjoy and live life to the best of its ability. So if you're looking to talk, exercise, live your life, come to the workshop this Saturday. Freedom.